holiday season in the 18th century for English-style households like the Potts came to a peak 12 days after Christmas on January 6th, the feast day of the Epiphany, also called Twelfth Night. Holiday guests of the Potts certainly look forward to this final celebration and perhaps long for the strike of the clock to alert them it was time to prepare for this final night of festivity.
For all guests, this was a time to put your best foot forward, and wearing a fashionable dress was certainly a perfect way to celebrate the evening. Stockings were an essential part of every outfit and were held up by garters, which could be woven or a piece of silk ribbon or linen or cotton tape. The shift or chemise was the foundation garment for women and was worn next to the skin. Made from linen, it helped protect outer garments from sweat and was easily laundered. Sleeve bands were secured using a cuffling-style buttons, but could also be tied. An under petticoat was worn for warmth, but also to help achieve the look of a fuller skirt. Quilted petticoats provided excellent warmth, and depending on the woman and what kind of work was to be done, there could be several under petticoats worn. Stays provided support and allowed outer garments to lay in the fashionable straight-side style. Support was their main function. Usually made from whalebone or reed boning, they were worn by women in every level of society and could give you the fashionable conical silhouette no matter your body size. For upper-class fashion, peignets or side hoops were skirt supports that held the skirt volume to your sides, allowing the front of the skirts to be like a large canvas for extra ruffles and trim embellishments. They were also fashionable. With the undergarments ready, the final outer petticoat was put on. Silk brocades were especially popular in the mid-18th century, and ruffles and trims were often placed on the front panel of the petticoat. Finally, the outer gown was put on. The fitted back style of this gown is an English gown, compared to the full pleats of the sack back or robe à la Française style. Complete with full skirts, plenty of trim and embellishments, lace aganchés at the sleeve, this gown closes at the front with a stomacher that would be pinned to the stays, and the rest of the gown would be closed with pins at the stomacher too. It is the final layer of upper-class party clothing, but no look is complete without some accessories and your hair being done. Hair powder and pomade were essentially the dry shampoo and styling product of the 18th century, and hair could be curled with ceramic curlers such as these, but also with curling irons and curling papers. Once the hair was powdered, it could be styled. Women often didn't wear wigs, but could use hair pieces and even extra cushions to achieve their desired style. Throughout the years, styles shifted, but hair rolled into buckles were relatively popular for many years. Hair was held in place with straight pins, but the powder and pomade also helped sculpted styles hold their shape. Bottom layers of hair could be braided up the sides of the head, sometimes in between rows of buckle curls. Voluminous hair with lots of buckle curls certainly set the tone for a party. Stone and pearl jewelry helped to complete the look, with often matching earrings, necklaces, and bracelets. Lacy caps with dangling lace lappets were stylish in the mid-1700s and are the crowning accessory to finish this party style.
The first article of men's clothing that we'll look at are his shoes. These shoes are leather and leather soled with a buckle at the top. Next, you see the gentleman's shirt. This shirt is made from linen, and a gentleman's shirt could also have ruffles at the neck opening and or the cuffs. Next, you see the gentleman's stockings. The gentleman has chosen a pair of knitted wool stockings with a center seam up the back. Stockings could also be composed of such materials like silk and cotton in the 18th century. Here we see the neck scarf that the gentleman has chosen to worn. A gentleman could also choose to wear a neck stock or a cravat in the 18th century. Next are the gentleman's breeches. These breeches are tight-fitting to the body, with extra material added towards the back to help with flexibility when wearing. The breeches are closed at the bottom or at the knee with a buckle. Here we see the gentleman's waistcoat. This waistcoat is made from silk and lined with linen. Here we have the gentleman's coat. This is made from wool broadcloth and also fits tightly to the body. The coat is fastened by 2 hooks and eyes at the front of the coat and is lined in both silk and linen on the inside. Here you see garter buckles that will fasten the breeches at the knee, as well as sleeve buttons that will close the linen shirt at the sleeve cuff. The gentleman's suit of clothes is now laid out and prepared for him to dress for attending the 12th night party.
With fine clothing all set out and prepared, the Potts and their guests would attend to the final touches of their ensemble before heading to the holiday party.
The centerpiece display at the party would be all the sugary sweet treats the cooks at Pottsgrove Manor prepared, or it was specially ordered from confection shops in Philadelphia. Taking a central space, a sugar gazebo would be an immense display of wealth and could be entirely eaten by the guests throughout the party. Gingerbread is still a seasonal favorite, but in the 1700s, this treat could be stacked into an impressive cookie tower or molded into splendid figure shapes. There could be games and gambling alongside laughter and merriment, and there was plenty to drink. Guests could enjoy music, and dancing was extremely popular to celebrate the day. They would also need to keep a close eye out for a kissing ball. Just like the modern mistletoe tradition, a couple caught standing under the kissing ball would have to share a kiss.
Another popular game was called Snapdragon. Raisins would be added to a bowl of alcohol and lit on fire. Guests would try to grab and eat as many raisins from this flaming bowl as they could. 12th night parties were all about merriment and often could be raucous. However, no 12th night party would be complete without cutting into the 12th night cake. Baked inside this cake would be a special trinket like a bean, statue, or coin, and whoever got this item in their slice of cake would be the king or queen of 12th night and would have to oversee the party festivities and cheer. Guests would laugh, dance, and dine late into the night as 12th night marked the end of their long holiday season.
The holiday season that people experienced in the 18th century certainly has many similarities to festivities today, but many traditions are extremely different. The past and present share the special preparations, sweet treats, and the importance of friends and family gathering in the ways that we can to share the season together. Although some traditions do not always stay the same, the spirit of the season allows us to hold tight to the things that truly matter. Thank you for joining us here at Pottsgrove Manor as we highlighted the history and celebrations of a colonial Christmastide season.